I think everybody should have a Sadaka budget.
And I can't come to my house. Nonsense.
Just Peter Obi. Things like that. Peter Obi.
Here's the thing, yeah. He was asked if they should pay taxes to Rome and all of that and everything. And he said, my dear brother, give to Rome. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Then give to God what belongs to God. Okay? So when you're in Rome, when you're in a different Rome, you need to give to Rome what belongs to Rome. Do you get? You need to fall in line. You don't come and start doing whatever you like. Okay, because you people do this festival in this kind of way in your own place, you not come here and want to do it in that same way, but it's against the law. Do you get?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily even.
That's not what you're saying.
Do you get? Like, there's a social law, there are unspoken laws as well.
There should be a balance between
for the general good too. Just come like.
Do you get? Understand that you are in a boiling pot.
Yeah, there should be a balance between holding on to your culture and assimilating in this new place that you call home. Like, this place that you call home have people that have their own culture for years.
And respect
so
that.
Yes, so you have to respect that. If you are bringing in your own culture, I'm not saying like suddenly forget who you are. You can still hold on to to who you are while respecting the cultures of all the other people that you met
so you must
here.
strike a balance.
Yes, you must try to strike a balance. Like you cannot go about doing things the way it was back home. That is the acceptable norm back home. It is not the norm here. And so you should actually strive to introduce the people in your new home to the great aspects of your culture instead of being disruptive, instead of introducing them to aspects that are completely against what they know and what they believe, and then expecting them to just accept it just like that.
I have an interesting question.
Okay?
Why is it slightly like that?
Because it's about to be
good.
mischievous.
No, it's not necessarily mischievous, but here's the thing, yeah. How do I ask this question now? Okay. You know when you meet a person, yeah, and then they ask you, is it true this thing they say about so and so group of people? Like, when they now ask you, just to clarify the stereotypes, how do you address those problems? I believe that one of you or two of you, we've been asked that question before. Say, is it true that Nigerians are like this, or is it true like this? You know, those kind of questions, those stereotypical things. How do you address it?
Very interesting question.
Well, I've never been...
You've never been asked?
Yeah, I've never been in presence of people that are bold enough to ask those questions. But I believe if I'm asked the question like that, I'm like, have you noticed that to me that you're asking that? Have you met somebody that did that? Like, those are stereotypes, and why are you falling for those stereotypes? Why don't you actually get to know one Nigerian?
That's why you're asking you the question.
No, so don't ask me. Get to know me. Let me display those behaviors, and then you can conclude that Nigerians are like this. But like, I don't walk up to you and ask you, is your father, your grandfather?
Those things usually come
up.
Those things.
It's a fact, but like, I wouldn't walk up to you and ask you that.
Oh my God. Soki, please tell me the same question. Have you experienced anything like that? Because I have.
Stereotypes.
No, not the stereotype. Not someone acting on a stereotype. No, this is somebody clarifying a stereotype.
Okay.
Like, hey, I've heard this. I've seen this. Is it true?
I will explain it from my own perspective, to be honest, and say like, no. I'll tell you, no, it's not true. But you'd say,
or if it's something that is true, I probably
exactly
will give you an explanation for
why that happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you think
that's where I was
going.
going. Okay, like for example, hair, touching hair. Americans, the Black Americans are very sensitive about that topic. But for me, it's not really a thing. And I would actually say, yeah, sure, because it's genuine curiosity.
Yeah.
So I can see that it's not necessarily, you're not asking just because it's a stereotype, or you're asking maybe because you're actually curious to understand what is actually happening.
But you know that is people are going to kill me because it's coming from a place of privilege of being born in a country where every other person looks like you, and it was never really a question you had to put up with,
To be honest,
and like so somebody like I used to somebody said something to me a few years ago that changed the way I thought of things. It's like I was like I didn't really grasp the full extent of like black reaction, like black people's reactions to racism and all of, like I know racism is bad and all of that, blah blah blah. For me, I'm like, if somebody is racist to me, right, like I can both ways look at you and like
you understand, you challenge it
or whatever, like. But until somebody said to
My
me,
point is that sometimes I don't even recognize it.
yes,
until
but it doesn't invalidate their experience.
until somebody said to me, they said, yeah, because you grew up in a largely black society, you might not necessarily recognize it, one. Number two, it's easier for you to be like challenge it and like, what's wrong with you in that instant. But he said then he switched it up and he talked about tribalism.
Yeah.
And because I've worn that shoe as an Igbo girl in like current day Nigeria, it finally just made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like I understand tribalism more than I would ever understand racism.
Yeah.
Just like if you bring it up in America about tribalism, they're like, what are you talking about? So like just putting it in your own within your own
Context
specific
and
experiences and context, just like it just.
I think I have a problem.
I think how do I put this now? I take the time to actually explain to someone. I was in an Uber one time. Then one guy, also African, he was from a different country, yeah. And then he said, I don't know why. I was like, he said, hi, I see that you're African. What country are you from? He now said, he told me the country he was from and everything. I was like, oh, really cool. We're so close and everything and all that. You get, I was like, I can see you're Nigerian. I said, yeah, I'm Nigerian and everything. I was like, I don't know why I asked him the question. I was like, so what has it been? Have you met other Nigerians? I was like, no, not really. The only experience he has had with the Nigerian is that he's been scammed. In that instance, I was in the car, yeah, and I was like, I just kept quiet. He said that, and I had to weigh my response to him. What I now said to him was, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I'm actually very, very sorry that happened to you. It's just that, I'll tell you this, PR is everything, all right? PR is everything, and people are bad everywhere. All right, it's possible that the doctor you're going to work with tomorrow is Nigerian, because we have excellent doctors. All right, we have excellent professionals. We have, if you do any serious business around, you probably run into a Nigerian somehow. All right, but the thing is that both things are not really celebrated on social media. All right, and I know that you may have said that out of a stereotype. Maybe that happened to you. It's also possible that you've been scammed by somebody from another country. It's also possible you've been scammed by somebody from your own country, but that wouldn't really be a factor. But the thing is, that's an existing stereotype. And it's unfortunate that our governments are not doing anything to work on that PR. Because PR is everything. There are bad people everywhere. Do you get? So I had to take my time to explain all of this. It was like, you sound very educated. I was like, we are all educated. Do you understand that? Like, the thing is, if you speak to any other Nigerian that's actually passionate about Nigeria, they'll speak like this with you. All right? Like, I'm really sorry you had that experience and everything. I always try to change any stereotype anybody has. That's for me. For some people might think that you can't really change. Some people say that you can't really change anybody's mind. Sometimes their minds are made up and they're just running with it.
But you can give people perspective.
Do you get? Yeah. The least I could do, the least I could possibly do at that time is just to give you more perspective. All right. I mean, we've had so many issues in the past. We've had countries invading other countries and everything. We don't go around saying that countries constantly, these countries are invading other countries, are constantly working on their PR so that they don't sound like they are warmongering. Because that's how you should tag such a situation, warmongering. Okay, but then PR is the way people see, because it's not, if you check, these wars or whatever are only done by a select few, not the entire citizenry. All right. So the thing is, when these people are too loud with their actions and stuff like that, and then let's say you arrest somebody, you now write their full name. You write their full name. The whole reason for writing their full name also is to highlight where they are from, especially when it's in a foreign country. You highlight where they are from, and then you blast on. That's the only news. But when a doctor wins one award in one thing somewhere, you don't see it on the news. Do you get?
The Nigerian part of them suddenly gets missing.
Yes, the Nigerian part of them suddenly gets. You now see a New Jersey man. This, that. Do you understand? You will now, own you and your achievements. Do you get? So PR is everything. And the thing is, I'll take this opportunity to tell anybody who cares, and I'll tell anybody who can do anything about it. Our PR is very important. We need to work on it. Okay. So I think we've touched most of the part of assimilation. Okay. What I will now say is, I wanted to highlight something that you said, Ify. You said you are part of a lot of communities. And the thing about being part of a lot of communities, it's actually very beautiful, because you are basically propagating your face and who you are to a lot more people than you actually know, without really knowing them.
Okay. How?
No, yeah, think about it. You are the current president or acting president of the NACC, right?
Yeah, temporarily.
Exactly. Acting.
You shy.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, being in that position, I'm saying, take your flowers when they're handed to you, okay? When being in that position here, a lot more people will get to know Ify. All right? And the good thing about your process is that people will know you even before you come to speak to them, because they've seen you in action. You have this organic followership, so to speak. I won't call it followership, but at least organic
network recognition,
so to speak. Do you get? So that actually works perfectly well. And I would say to anybody, please, by the time you come into a new country, it could be Germany, it could be Ghana, it could be South Africa, join a community. Your community will protect you. That's one thing.
Absolutely.
But what's going on in South Africa right now and everything. Like, if I would say, I would encourage people to assimilate more into the system they found themselves in and everything. Yeah. Then so your own process is basically person to person, right? Person to person. How would I ask this now? How do you create lasting relationships with people in a new country? Because I can see that you have quite a number of friends from living in different countries. You have friends in the US, you have friends in the UK, you have friends in Nigeria, you have friends here. It's also possible that you even have friends in Singapore.
Well,
I like to relate with people.
Yeah, isn't that weird for you sometimes?
Well, yeah, because there are different types of people. So, but I would just connect with you I like pure connection.
Yeah.
Getting to know somebody for who they are, and I say I connect on vibes a lot. So, what energy are you
Bringing to the
giving me?
table, yeah.
Yeah. So that helps actually sustain whatever relationship it is. And I like when people are genuine. When you are genuine, I'm more likely to actually keep talking to you and be invested in the relationship. But honestly, if the energy is just wrong, I'll probably not be there. Yeah, just go. And I don't know, I say this, that people are passengers in our lives.
Yeah.
So at some point, people will get off, and that's perfectly fine.
So basically, you see things as for as long as we're aligned, we're great.
Simple.
And if we're no longer aligned, doesn't mean that person is less for you.
No hard feelings.
Or they're your enemies.
Or they're enemies, or that you have outgrown. That thing is
That time in your life
that's
is
the thing,
just
when we outgrow a relationship. Like, people are very narcissistic. Say you outgrow relationship.
But to some extent, yes. the purpose that they've served in your life
Yeah.
is complete, and that chapter is what
Well,
closed.
that doesn't mean outgrow.
That you've outgrown it. It's just,
Yeah, it's just that
you're on
people
different
tend
parts
towards a
now.
on different parts now. But people, it's a little
Well,
bit-
maybe
It is still some form of outgrowing.
If that
Outgrowing
person
it.
wants to remain in that place
Yes,
where you
if
people,
that's where you want to go,
Like,
but
yeah,
I'm not on
being
this.
in
then you've outgrown that.
See,
But like,
don't get me wrong.
I'm not on this level, not to sound like as if I'm above
Condescending.
anybody or exactly, not to sound condescending, but I'm no longer in that position
That
that I
space.
was with you. The space, thank you. I'm on a different page. That chapter is over. And there actually is nothing wrong with leaving people behind. In my opinion, you have to make space for you to gain new experiences or new opportunities, new people in your life. Declutter.
So declutter.
Yes.
So if the relationships that you have, because I've noticed that you have fewer friends, okay, but they're strong, very strong. Okay, so how do you water relationships, especially across distance?
so I've never really been like, I admire people that have friends a lot, because it's not something I've ever really been able to fully cultivate. I have like she said, friends like in different seasons of my life.
Okay.
The very few that I have been able to keep over a long time, I would say, is because I have friends that are very intentional about wanting to be in my life.
Yeah.
And I am now at the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, you also have to be intentional about
it.
being in their lives as well. So
You water who waters you.
yeah, exactly. So once in a while, I pick up the phone and send a message. I'm not a telephone call. I can't sit
you're
on the
like
phone
wicked.
with anybody.
You're like wicked.
I'm not sure
You
what
do for
that
me,
means.
I do for you.
No, not really.
Okay.
But sorry, I'm so sorry. I keep
No,
putting you.
go ahead.
Relationships should be symbiotic.
Yeah.
True.
If not, one person is going to feel exhausted.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a give and take situation, but not on a I don't know what word to use to describe it, but symbiotic, as simple as
It
short.
shouldn't be one-sided.
Yes, shouldn't be
parasitic or
one-sided.
anything like
One-sided.
that. It's just that some of us may have severe complexes sometimes. Sometimes people, how do I put it now? Anyway, that might be a conversation for another day. Yeah, it's going to be a very deep conversation. That severe complex where everybody wants to help someone or save someone or something like that.
I don't want to save anybody. I'm too
don't.
lazy for that.
The thing is, we don't really realize it when we are doing it. Do you get? It could be, and the thing is, it even extends to family.
But it's something you should unlearn. The savior complex. Because to be honest, this is something that I'm learning, and you're the only one that can save yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to save another person, it's not gonna work.
Well, for me, I would say make efforts that are inconsequential, or make efforts that have no consequence, something that you can forget. If I have to give you money, I give you money that I can forget. If I have to do this for you, I do something that I can easily forget. Okay, that's basically my modus operandi. I don't know why I keep using things like that.
Now the last thing that we'll touch on, yeah, this one is a little controversial because there have been very ugly things online about it. Black tax, and I don't like the sound of it. They call it black tax, like the things that you have to do for family back home and stuff like that. Like, I don't believe in that. I know some people are really going through it. Some people. I don't. Okay, what I mean is it's real. All right, a lot of people have expectations of you and everything, and expect you to start doing something as soon as possible to show that that you're looking out for them. I mean, you're out there, you are our eyes in the world, so you better be doing something for us. I get the whole concept of the black tax, but I don't think it's entirely ugly. I believe that, yes, indeed, people abuse it. Of course, people will always abuse stuff like that. It's free money coming from somebody. You now start getting entitled to it and stuff like that. But I don't think it's something that we should scrap entirely. Do you get? Like, it's... I mean, what is family if you're not doing anything for them? I don't know, does that make sense to you? Or do
I
you?
don't know if it's something we can scrap. Like, I don't think it's
Well, people are becoming bolder. We say no.
I mean, like, if somebody's
People don't try to block
entitled,
people.
if somebody's entitled, yeah, I'm going to say no to you.
Yeah.
If somebody is seeing you as a fool that's going out to work for them to live a life of luxury, I can say no to you. But like, when there is a genuine need, somebody genuinely needs something, like your family member, your friends. I mean, like, give what you can. Don't do more than yourself. Give what you can. So I don't think it's something that will ever completely go away. But I think you should know your limit. You as the giver.
You as a giver,
Okay, this is what I can give. Except the person is dying and I'm able to find money from somewhere. You wait your turn next month when next salary comes for what I have budgeted as sadaka or whatever for that month.
Yeah, I was going to touch on this thing I just said now.
Yeah, so like you wait till the next month. So know your limit, and I wouldn't say it wouldn't really be an issue anymore. But when you know your limit, you don't go beyond that, and so anything after that is not your headache.
I think they should change the name of that thing.
So you don't like the fact that it's called black
What do you
tax?
mean black tax?
But because it's something that is common about most black
People,
people.
yeah.
How do we know?
So
Is it only us? No, think about it. Think about it though. Think about it. Like you see somebody, you join, you start doing something, you're a musician, you start doing so well for yourself, you gotta take care of your family. So you get, it's a responsibility, so to speak.
And I also think it's a cultural thing too.
Yeah.
It's more of a cultural thing.
Actually, because even the Asians do it.
They do it.
So
It's a cultural thing. I was going to say, with talking about black tax, I don't know if you guys saw the movie Mama Monica. Monica was pepper, salt, everything for her family. But the thing with giving, or like giving your family in the case of black tax, at some point, like, you can't kill yourself. Like she said, do within your own capabilities.
Okay, there's something she also mentioned that I would like to point out, which is something that I do, okay? Sadaka budgets. So you get monthly sadaka budgets. No matter, even if that person is coughing blood, this budget would not exceed this thing.
You can't do more than, you cannot do past yourself.
Now, another thing I started getting comfortable with, I learned this thing.
With age, ability to say no constructively. Now I say no to you. Like, maybe you call me and give me a very long story. Usually it comes with a very long story of how everything is this and everything is that and all that. And then I say to you, okay, I get it. I understand that. I'm not downplaying or trivializing whatever situations you're going through, but I can tell you this for a fact: I cannot help you right now. However, there's another way that we can help each other. What is it that you're doing? All right, so that, because I don't want you to come back to me asking for help, I want you to be self-sustaining. All right, so this thing now I'm going to do, and I usually give like 2 strikes or 3 strikes at the most. I give you money once, give you money 2 times. The third time, bye-bye. As in, I'll tell you, I am not giving it to you. I will not give it to you. Like I say it clearly.
You have to set
Do you get? I do that. Do you get? But the thing is, I will now ask you something along the lines of, okay, what is it that you're doing currently that can be bolstered? Do you get? What is it that you're doing currently that can be bolstered? Let's say you want to get into this other thing and all that. And I'm going to monitor it though. That's the truth. Yeah, you understand? Yes. Because I mean, for how long? Because I don't like that burden. Personally, I don't like that burden. I like to eat all the money that I make. Yes. It's sweet. Sure you get. But the thing is, when you now start get debit alert, no day sweet. Oh God. Debit alert that is not entering your belly is not sweet. So the thing is, I want to stop this thing as soon as possible. So how can we get there? How can we get to that point where we say, oh, this thing now don't end down. You're now okay, you're now self-sustaining. Do you get? Now, if you're not asking for anything, it will now be for growth. Do you get where I'm coming from? That's how I do it. So I'll pick up something that Ify said, Sadaka budget. I think everybody should have a Sadaka budget. If it's $150, have it on lock and key that this is $150. Do not exceed it. And if you know that you send money to your mom or your dad within this time frame, maybe at the end of the month you send money to them, put it within that Sadaka budget. Every other person is now going to take from the remaining, because like this essential that you send to your mom and your dad, let's say you send to your mom $100, you send to your dad $100 or whatever, that's $200, and you have a Sadaka budget of $300.
Every other person will fall within the remaining $100.
That's good discipline.
No, just love yourself a little more.
Indeed, I agree.
Love your account, love everything about yourself a little more. I think you'll be fine.
agree.
I think you'll be fine.
Thank you, everybody. We'll be talking about more things in the next edition. And at this point, I would like to say, please follow if you liked what we were talking about. If you want to be part of what we're doing, I would say please follow, subscribe, do everything that these other people on YouTube do. Just do everything, all right? We want to grow this community. We are my two Kobo. Thank you very much.
Peace out.